Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our earwax removal video today. Just one patient in this video. Now, we put a couple of polls up over the last videos just to see which videos you actually did want to see, and this kept losing all the time. So I'm going to put this one on today because lots of people actually did want to see this one. So what we've got here is a patient that's come through, very hard wax, formed a ring around the outside of the ear canal. We can just see through the center of it, but the patient's been experiencing some intermittent loss of hearing, especially when laying on that ear as well. So what you can see here, we've got this really hard ring of wax around the outside part of the ear canal. We've got the standard size Zollner tube on here. So we're just trying to free this up from the canal walls first of all. There we are. You can see us bending this away from the right hand canal wall, just trying to detach it all because it's quite dry. It's actually hardened onto the canal wall here. So we're just detaching that top end there. There we go. You can just see it starting to fold down. There we are, all starting to come away, getting a little bit looser there on the outside edge. This is just a short video tonight, guys, because we're prepping this afternoon for episode 500, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. We'll be advertising that one before long. So we've got the Jobson horn in here now. We couldn't detach that piece. We managed to loosen it, but it didn't detach completely. So the Jobson horn's just going in. It's much easier to pull these much harder pieces away from the side of the canal wall here. You can see it's almost sort of unfolding from the canal rather than detaching really cleanly. So we're going to work down the side of it now with the Jobson horn, lifting from the one side. There we are. We've got this piece here. So we're going to go in with the crocodile forceps. Let's hold on to this section. Very gently start pulling this away. We want to try and keep this intact. You know, when we've used crocodile forceps in the past, it can sometimes shear away. So we've got a good old chunk of wax come away there now. Back in with the suction tube. Let's detach the next section. Lifting from the base of the canal this time. So the initial section we took away was sitting closer to the camera, so closer to the outer part of the ear canal, which would have stopped this section we're working on now from getting past it. So that's why we had to remove that piece first. Now we just started to loosen this section. We've got a nice layer there at the top. Let's get a hold of that with the crocodile forceps. Back in and pinching it again just between those jaws. Unfortunately this time a little bit of dry skin we were holding on to just sheared away. So now we're going to go back in. Now we've got a nice ledge of wax there. But also sheared away with those forceps. So back in now with the Jobson horn. Very, very slowly. You can see this is one continuous piece. So I'm just gripping the back section of the wax there. As we slide this forward, you see the whole thing just start to slide out of the canal. I've just slowed this down so you can see this in a little bit more detail as this comes away. I'm struggling now to get up and behind it because it's all slid forwards and upwards slightly. Having to turn the wax now, getting out of the ear canal. There we go. You can see the whole thing really starting to pull away nicely. And out that pops in one big chunk. So you can see it was just this husk of wax, this ring of wax around the outside edge of the ear canal there, all come away really well. There's a little bit of dry skin. We can just see our first glimpse now of this perforation. Now, this is a pretty big perforation. The patient's had this for a long period of time. It's really well behaved. It's what they call a dry perforation, which means that it doesn't discharge at all into the ear canal. So yeah. We just managed to get this nice and clear. Patient normally has this done at the hospital site, but unfortunately, as with everything else at the moment, hospital sites are a little bit, it's all still coming back together again, if you like. So it's a little bit awkward at the moment for the hospital sites to get patients through. But we're just tidying this up now using the Jobson horn, just to tidy around the edges. A little bit here at the top, we're just going to nip away. There we go. You can really see, if you look beyond that, you can really see that perforation. We'll have a good look at this now in a second for you. And let's take the side pieces, just tidy this top section, just giving this a bit of a once over around the outside edge here. Obviously that wax was so dry that little bits just stick to the outer portion of the ear canal. Out that comes. There we go. Let's take a look. So you can see that the sort of pars tensor, which is the bottom portion, we just blown it up a little bit here. That's the perforation. So a fair old size perforation. Now this can cause obviously hearing issues because although you do get some sound being passed through to the middle ear space, you wouldn't get as much as you normally would. You have to be really, really careful with that as well to keep that nice and dry. You don't want to get a perforated eardrum wet because it's really prone to infection as well. So this is what we removed. So we've got 3 centimeters there. That's an inch, oh, I think it's roughly about 1.25 inches thereabouts. So you can see it was quite a big old plug. The section you can see at the top there was that last kind of husk of skin and wax we took away. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did voicing it over. I'm off to do some work on episode 500 now, which I'm not going to tell you anything about. And then we shall see you again on Wednesday. And as always guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. I'll see you again real soon. Bye everyone.